Savannah Chrisley has revealed the difficulty she has had with parenting her siblings. Savannah had to take over legal guardianship of her two younger siblings, Grayson and Chloe. This was after her parents got arrested for tax evasion and fraud. Keep reading to find out more about this situation and what is so difficult. Savannah Chrisley has revealed the difficulty that has come with parenting her siblings. It seems she actually had to get multiple jobs to provide for her siblings. I wasn't expecting to get two kids, so between that, legal expenses to fight for my parents, I am just like anyone else out here. Sure, I put a smile on my face. I love the part. I play the part. But it doesn't mean I actually am the part. You fake it till you make it. That's the world that we live in. I struggled. I've had to work multiple jobs. I sell houses. I do podcasting. I do social media influencing. I do anything that comes my way. Savannah revealed that she did not have it easy when she took in her siblings. This shocked fans as they had no idea she had to do that to provide for them. It seems as though Savannah had to take on a lot of jobs to provide for her siblings and her parents' legal fees. Fans did not realize that Savannah had to do this, so fans started to respect Savannah more. Now Grayson is in college and Chloe is the only one in her home. She is still working to get her parents released from prison. What do you think about what she revealed? Are you shocked she had to work multiple jobs? Sound off in the comments below. Savannah Chrisley reveals the difficulty of parenting her siblings in a world where family dynamics often make headlines. The Chrisley family has become one of the most well-known clans in reality television. The hit show Chrisley Knows best gave fans an inside look into the extravagant lives and relationships of Todd Chrisley and his family. While the show highlighted Todd's leadership and larger-than-life personality, it also brought to light the unique and often complex dynamics between his children. One of the most poignant stories within this narrative has been that of Savannah Chrisley, Todd's eldest daughter. As the show's fans watched the Chrisley children grow up on television, they also saw Savannah navigate a tough transition in her life, taking on the role of a surrogate parent to her younger siblings. Savannah's experience of raising her siblings, particularly after her parents' legal troubles, has been a subject of much discussion. Recently, Savannah opened up about the difficulties and emotional toll of being thrust into the position of mom to her siblings, explaining the complexities of the situation with an honesty and vulnerability that her fans could not ignore. The weight of responsibility. Savannah was just 23 years old when she found herself in the role of being the primary caregiver to her younger siblings. In the aftermath of her parents, Todd and Julie Chrisley, being indicted on federal charges in 2019, Savannah stepped up to take on a responsibility that would be overwhelming for most adults, let alone someone in their early 20s. As the legal troubles of her parents began to escalate, Savannah was faced with the weight of trying to keep her family together, even though she herself was grappling with the uncertainty and heartbreak of the situation. For Savannah, the emotional toll of assuming such a significant role in her family's life wasn't just about taking care of her siblings' physical needs, food, clothing, and shelter. It was about stepping into an emotional void left by the absence of her parents due to their legal battles. She had to navigate her own grief while making sure her siblings felt safe, supported, and loved. It was a very difficult time, Savannah reflected. I didn't want to be in this position, but I had to be. It's hard because you want to be there for your siblings and provide them with the love and support they need. But at the same time, you're figuring out your own life. I'm still so young, and suddenly, I'm expected to be the adult in the room. It's overwhelming. Her role as the caretaker of her younger siblings, Chloe, Grayson, and Kyle, has been an intricate balance of making sure they feel normal and providing a sense of stability in the face of the turmoil surrounding them. The pressure of this responsibility has at times been mentally and emotionally exhausting for Savannah, as she has had to juggle her own personal goals with the needs of her family. Taking on the mom role. While Savannah has always been close to her family, taking on the role of mom to her siblings has been a whole new experience. Despite being an adult herself, Savannah was thrust into the position of mothering and mentoring her younger siblings, many of whom were still navigating their teenage years. Chloe, who was raised primarily by Todd and Julie, was still adjusting to life outside of their care. Grayson, at the time, was in his early teens, was facing challenges of his own. This complicated family dynamic meant that Savannah's role didn't just include managing day-to-day needs, but also ensuring that her siblings didn't feel abandoned or neglected. The hardest part is realizing that you're the one who has to be the example now, Savannah admitted. Your siblings are looking at you, and you have to show them that everything is going to be okay, even when you don't feel like everything is okay. While many people in her situation might crumble under the pressure, Savannah's deep sense of love and devotion to her siblings helped her rise to the occasion. She not only managed to take care of their practical needs, but also offered emotional support. Her love for them pushed her to become a leader, but it didn't come without its challenges. At times, Savannah's role as the parent to her siblings has caused strain in her relationships with them. As a young woman still trying to carve out her own future, it was difficult to balance the weight of her responsibilities with her desire to live her own life. Sometimes, Savannah found herself in a situation where she needed to discipline her siblings, something that felt unnatural to her. Though she did not want to overstep her bounds, she had to ensure that her siblings respected her authority. This delicate balance became one of the hardest parts of parenting her younger siblings. I didn't want them to feel like I was trying to be their mom, she explained. But there were moments when I had to step up and set boundaries. It was hard because I wanted to be their friend too. They were already going through so much with everything happening in our family, and I didn't want to add more stress by playing the bad guy. But sometimes that's what's needed. Savannah's experience is not unique in the world of blended families, where siblings may be forced into the roles of surrogate parents due to circumstances beyond their control. However, it is rare for a young adult to take on such a responsibility at such a formative point in their own life. It's a story that resonates with many young people who find themselves caring for family members before they are ready. The strain on personal life in addition to the emotional challenges, Savannah also had to cope with the strain on her personal life. Like any young woman in her early 20s, she was beginning to explore her own career, friendships, and romantic relationships. The responsibility of caring for her siblings meant that she had to make significant sacrifices when it came to her personal desires. Savannah has always been candid about her struggles in balancing her professional aspirations with her familial duties. While she's no stranger to public scrutiny, having grown up in the spotlight thanks to the family's reality show, Savannah's personal life often became a subject of public debate. Her relationships were no longer just about her happiness. They were also tied to her family situation. The media often speculated about her relationships, and while she was navigating such a personal and difficult chapter in her life, she also had to deal with the constant attention and pressure that came from being on television. In a candid moment, Savannah admitted that the pressure of being constantly in the public eye added another layer of difficulty to the situation. It's tough because everyone wants to have an opinion, and you don't get a chance to just figure things out in peace. There's a lot of expectation, and at the end of the day, I'm just trying to do the best I can for my family. As difficult as it has been to juggle everything, Savannah's personal growth throughout this experience has been evident. She's become more resilient, compassionate, and stronger in her sense of self. Despite the challenges, she has continued to build a successful career, growing her own brand, and using her platform to connect with her fans. Looking forward, a new chapter is Savannah continues to navigate her life as both a career woman and the leader of her family. She is determined to not only provide for her siblings, but also create a sense of normalcy for them. She hopes that, in time, they will find their own sense of peace and happiness. In a recent interview, she expressed a desire to focus on her own future as well, hinting that she may be exploring new personal and professional opportunities. I know that I have so much more to give to the world outside of just being a sibling and a caretaker. I want to grow and do more, Savannah said, hinting at the possibility of future projects that would allow her to step outside of her family role. As the Chrisley family moves forward, It's clear that Savannah will continue to play a pivotal role in the lives of her siblings. But as she looks ahead, Savannah is also committed to finding a balance between her responsibilities and her own dreams. The road ahead may still have its challenges, but Savannah's strength